Hi everyone, and this is Imam. um, I showed you guys how to from this model that we have. It's a bit blocky model, roughly giving the shape of the model, so the plane. But if you wanna do a smoothing on this model, say if we change the shading to shade smooth, now it looks alright if you're happy with it. But we wanna make it more looks more beautiful. So one way to do it, manually creating more edge loops. So if you go back to the having more loops here around here, fixing things up, and then it would work. uh, so let's delete in this so this one I think it's not used. Let's delete that one. Here, can we apply mirror? Yeah, we can apply mirror. Let's keep it at the moment. I think let's apply the mirror first. And yeah, so one way to do it, like in another video I showed, to create more edge loops. But in this video I'm gonna show how to achieve the smooth model using the much simpler method, using the modifier called subdivision surface, which is a very so it essentially does many things for us, like in dividing. But before we use subdivision surface, we have to make sure our model is absolutely fine in terms of its flow of the edges. So let's refine the model. Let's first delete any duplicated vertices by selecting all by A, by pressing and Control V to bring up the vertex menu, and merge vertices by distance. So nothing is removed. First of all, because we use the mirror tool, I think something is left inside here. We have a face inside. Let's go inside and then select the face which is inside the body, which I selected now. If we go to the wireframe mode by pressing Z and selecting wireframe, you can see there is a face in the middle, so which is the mirroring. And let's delete that by deleting face by pressing X and select face, so it's deleted. Z to bring up this menu, and again rendered, we want to have the rendered view, which is nice. Now uh, let's see if we have duplicated vertices again. No, see, we can create edge loop here, but there are some problems. You can see it's not working. Sometimes it's working on. So this is because the flow is not perfect. Let's go to the vertex selection mode and then join these and vertices to make it perfect. J to join, select the vertices, and then here as well, J to join, select J to join. It essentially connects the vertices and splits the face. So we just go like that. We can go to the studio mode to look better. I think Metcap I don't prefer. Studio is fine. Select is to J to connect, and J to connect. Shift and shift to select multiple vertices. Now we wanna let's bring this thing down. Select all of this, and we want to move it a little bit down so it looks round, not flat, which is more realistic. Let's look from the side by pressing 3. Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, now that we have that, let's see if its loop is working. Loop is still not working there. Yeah, that's because we have this unnecessary thing here. Let's remove this, select this all, and this one as well. Let's press dissolve vertices. No, I think let's not select that one, dissolve vertices. Now we have to connect again this case we messed up. So essentially connect J2, connect and dissolve this one, we don't need. Now if we try loop control R, it's working perfectly because the shape is now perfect. You can see it's most of the time it's working. Cross section, every cross section here, because it's a pinching point, we have to remove the pinching point as well. Let's here create one more loop, because edge loop would not work for this because it's converging to one point. We have to use the knife tool. Okay, to bring up the knife tool and press J to cut through on the other side as well. So now cut through is on. Press Jet Z, and then we just cut around here. Left click to finish and spacebar to finish. Now we have another loop here. Let's select this loop by holding Alt key and right click, and then we want to move double G to move it there. And we can remove this single point by removing dissolve vertex. Now we don't have much pointy, which is realistic. Let's save this now. Now you see the loop is working now almost everywhere, and except here. Let's go back here, let's zoom in, period to zoom in. We have one single point margin here. Let's remove that. We don't, yeah, remove that, dissolve vertex, and then we want to connect this because for we don't want to have any pinching point for the subdivision surface to work nicely. But here we have, but it's all right. We just don't. Now it's, I think it's all right to apply the subdivision surface, and you see how it would look. We go to the modifier here, tab in subdivision surface, and that's how it looks now. You can see it's coming up nicely, and but here is a bit bigger because we don't have much loop there. We want, so if we disable the viewing, you see only we don't have any surrounding boundary. So that's why it's just interpolating between the shapes. So we have to add one more loop around here to make it so what we do, control R, we just add one more loop here, and we do the same on the other side. Control R, and with double G to move it. Yeah. Now if you look now, it's looking better now. And yeah, so this is, but our wing, maybe if we look from the top by pressing Z, what is this at the corner? That's because we don't have this sharp point there. If we go to the edit mode here, this sharp point is not also, so we have to add more loops there. Control R, and is not so we can use the knife tool because there is a single point. Knife tool, K to bring up the knife tool, Z to cut through, and we start off from here and left click and space to finish. And we do the same on this side as well. And what's happening? Why is it snapping there? It should not be snapping there. Sometimes it snaps to things we don't need. Let's start from this side. Is it snapping on or no? Why is it snapping there? Okay, let's put it there roughly. Now let's start. Okay, to bring up something. Let's bring up. No, sometimes the snap. Cancel E to cut new midpoint snap. Shift ignore snap. Shift ignore shift ignore a snap, but it's snapping. I'm pressing shift. Um, yeah, now it's so it's depends on the view angle. Looks like zoom angle. But what is this? We want cut through. Okay, sorry, and Z to apply cut through. Click space. So now is better. Okay. Now still we are getting these kind of not perfect. We can also fix it. Let's add more loops here just to make it much nicer. See, that's how if you are not getting the shape you want, you just have to add more loops. That's how it works in the um, subdivision surface. So we add more loops there, and it would fix the shape for us. Control R to add more and more loops there, and Control R again. So here we're fixing thing. Control R, and that's about it. Now maybe we want to add, because the shape this is too round, we don't want that round there. Control R to bring it down to our original shape, and Control R again to do the opposite side. Control R here. If you don't like the roundness, you can add more and more loops and it would fix for you. So now it looks alright, and let's go to the smooth shading. Let's see how the it looks nice. I think it looks nice now, and the process is much, as you can see, the process and the result could be better doing this if you apply this technique. And depending on nature of the job, and it could be better. So here, okay, so if we go to the original, so it looks nice, isn't it? So that's our final. Now we apply the subdivision surface. Here you can, the default settings is fine, and if we go to the edit mode, and as you can see how the subdivision surface did all the loops automatically for us to create this shape, which is looking good in the smooth shading. So that's all. Thank you very much, and I hope you like the video. And here I think we can, subdivision surface sometimes messes up. You can see um, it did something there not really nice, so you may want to fix them, but that's all right. That's another thing. All right, thank you very much. See you next time.